Hey everybody, it is mid-Saturday afternoon and the mail just came in, so I thought even though I had already shot a video today, why not do a couple more just for fun? Let's just have fun with it. Okay, so the first video that I'm gonna film is some CDs that I got on Bandcamp Friday. If you're not familiar with that, Bandcamp is a website where artists can put their music and sell merchandise and stuff like that, and they get a lot better share of the proceeds than on streaming services and whatnot. At the beginning of the pandemic, they started this once monthly thing called Bandcamp Friday, and the artists get 100% of the proceeds as opposed to like Bandcamp taking a small percentage of it. And so they just continued to do that, and I think that their plans are to continue that until the end of this year at the very least, but maybe even longer, who knows. So yeah, I picked up some CDs that were on my wish list, so yeah, here they are. They both, it's funny that I bought from two different sellers and they both came in on the same day, so that was serendipitous, but makes for an easy way to make a video. All right, so first up, it's kind of a twofer, because it's from the same band. So first we have Labyrinth Constellation from Artificial Brain. This is their debut release, and this is technical death metal from New York, sci-fi themed. If the cover art didn't already communicate that to you, very discordant. Like the harmonies and stuff like that are very skronky, very harsh on the ears if you're not familiar with this style of music, but quite good. Very heavy, very fast, not a lot of downtime at all, I would say. And as I said at the beginning, very technical, lots of moving parts and whatnot, and time signatures and all that weird stuff that comes with technical death metal. So yeah, very talented band. And this is their first album, full length, and I've listened to it for a couple years, and it's very good. Some of the song titles, Worm Harvester, I can get down with that, that kind of stuff. That just tickles me. Don't know how else to put it. And then, following that, is their newest release. This just came out, I think, last month, and it's a self-titled, I think, so it's Artificial Brain by Artificial Brain. Again, that dope-ass cover art. Their cover art is unmatched in a lot of ways. I love the painted artwork that they get. This one's by Adam Burke. The other one I had shown was by Paolo Gerardi. So yeah, they pick up really great artists to commission. And yeah, this album is kind of more of the same, I would say. I've only listened to it a handful of times, certainly not as much as I've listened to the first or their second release. But yeah, quite good, very enjoyable stuff. I'm looking forward to listening to it more and getting more into it. Here's some lyrics. Not much to say about the lyric sheet, just kind of more of the same. They definitely, now that I'm looking at it, they definitely have a style for their for their physical releases, which is fine. It's good to have a style. So yeah, let's see. Favorite track title, I should say, since I'm not familiar with the songs. Ooh, Embalmed with Magma. Can't go wrong with that. Celestial Cyst. That's a good one too. Yeah, great band. I forgot to mention these first. I'll tell you when it changes. But these first few CDs, I only have 5 to show. They're all from Profound Lore. If you're not familiar with them, they're Canadian, I believe, metal, kind of like on the more experimental side of things. The artists they pick are kind of like weirdo stuff a little bit. But yeah, they're pretty well known. But just in case you're like a newbie or something. Yeah, all right, let's keep moving. This one is Spectral Wound A Diabolic Thirst. This is black metal. Kind of, I would just say, pretty tried and true black metal. But I don't know, just the songwriting is so good. They just like, they have a way of writing, and it even though it's kind of treading, not treading any new ground, I should say, it man, it just hits some spots, you know? Hits some good spots, I'd say. And I do love this cover art. Cover photo, I should say. It's very cool. I've probably listened to this thing more than any other album that I've listened to this year, that I've, like, you know, my first time listening this year. And yeah, I don't know, never gets old. I actually I have a flag of it. I don't want to show it because I don't want to ruin my angle, but maybe sometime I'll show it. But yeah, these guys are great. I don't know where they're from. I want to say California, but I think that's wrong. No, they're Canadian. That would make sense. It's a Canadian label. I don't know why I thought California, but yeah, you know, they're kind of like trading in the same as like the Norwegian and Swedish masters, you might say, the old bands. But they're doing it so damn good that I think I don't care, and I don't think most other people care either, because man, they are killing it. Favorite tracks is probably tricky to decide. Frigid and Spellbound, of course, is a classic, modern classic. Soul-Destroying Black Debauchery, I do enjoy that. And then also Mausoleal Drift. Oh, those three tracks kind of in a row are just like, whew, pretty good. It's kind of everything that I look for in black metal, you know? It's like pretty melodic, but also very raw and speedy and aggressive. I will say the production on this is much better than you would get from your typical, you know, like quote-unquote raw black metal. But, you know, it's still, you know, different strokes for different folks kind of thing. Like, a lot of people kind of were rubbed the wrong way by that, but a lot of other people don't mind, and I actually kind of like it. You know, it's nice to listen to some albums that have, you know, good classically production, and some albums that have bad production. You know, speaking of bad production or noisy production, my last pickup from Profound Lore is this Antichrist Siege Machine with Purifying Blade. This is a blackened death metal, or maybe you might want to say war metal. I don't know exactly the genre that you might list it as. But yeah, this stuff is just like killer. Very, very heavy, very dark, nihilistic, satanic, of course. And all that good stuff. There's a photo of the band in front of the lyrics, and they're in the cemetery with their guns, as you do. Where the hell are they from? Let's see. I don't know. Whatever. I mean, it's like, this is just like, if you haven't, if you're not familiar with blackened death metal, this is like extremely noisy and like chaotic. Hard to listen to if you are new to the genre or have no experience with it. So, you know, this honestly, of the releases in that sort of like war metal genre, this is probably the most digestible, or one of the most digestible, I should say. Let me see. Some song titles, some choice song titles. Victorious Legions of Satan, of course. And then you can go on with Defiled in Iniquity. And then, of course, they have the title track, or their band name track, Antichrist Siege Machine. Yeah, this is like a no frills, just like, we're here to destroy your face and kill your dog and all that good stuff. You know, so very, very good stuff. All right, and then last but certainly not least, May Our Chambers Be Full. This is a collaboration between Emma Ruth Rundle, who to my knowledge is a folk artist mostly, not like a traditional folk artist, you know, kind of like a, you might want to say like experimental folk artist. I'm not 100% sure. And then so her and sludge slash doom metal art band Thou. And this is released on Sacred Bones Records, who I bought this from on Bandcamp. This is the only thing I bought from Sacred Bones. I'm not super familiar with their releases. They're kind of more in the like electronic music space, which I am not. I don't know. I just haven't really delved into that kind of thing yet. But it is, you know, they're a reliable label from my understanding, so it's something that I should probably get into. So yeah, this seems like a strange choice for collaborations, as you know, one artist is folky and one artist is metal, but Thou has always had a very folk attitude about them sometimes, or I should say a folk affectation in their work. Like, you know, they go from the really like glacially heavy droning riffs to quieter passages that have a lot of you know, folky guitars, I would say, and or you know, sparse instrumentation and all that, and even some clean vocals. You know, so yeah, this is like the melding of those two styles, and it works really well. Emma's vocals over the like very as I said, very glacial, very buzzy and thick distortion. It really works. They write riffs for all of their releases to some extent, but definitely for this release that kind of like add to the melodies that are being sung. The drums are kind of typical Thou stuff, but like it's really serviceable, and like it just gives it so much momentum and so much like extra added oomph, you know. The drummer's killing it on this release too. Yeah, you know, this is something I need to listen to a lot more. I have just been neglecting it, so I was like, I need to have this so that I have it on physical, so I can listen to this more often. And I have a bunch of other Thou releases that I, you know, want to have all of them. Although there's a lot. I mean, I guess I should say I want to have all of the full lengths, and then I'll work on the compilations and the EPs and all that stuff. But yeah, this is a great release. Definitely recommend. If you're not a metalhead, you could definitely find some stuff to enjoy here. You know, the singing. There is some you know, harsh vocals and stuff, but you could probably look past that if you were bothered by it and find something to enjoy here. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. This is my CD mail day for Bandcamp Friday. Hope that you enjoyed as I did, and you know, keep supporting artists, keep supporting art in your local community and the international community if you can. Bandcamp is a great platform to do so. You know, I'm trying my best to stay away from Spotify and Apple Music. It's just tricky with how money is, but I throw some money to the artists when I can. So, you know, something that I like to do. All right, talk to you guys soon. I'll be filming another video directly after this with a mystery box of goodies. Ooh, I'm irresponsible with my money.